All right, all right, all right. What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? This is Evenly Oak Television. I'm
All
Robert.
right, all right, all right.
That's right, all right. I'm Robert.
And
I'm
this
Robert.
is Kyra. And
Come on now, we're not even doing the doggone live. You know I'm going to wind up having to cut this all out because you're not doing right. Come on now, woman. I don't want to have to check you like that on live television.
I love you.
But we're not doing no live.
But the way that...
Let me mute this lady microphone since she tripping.
Let's
you
go.
always want to play. Now this ain't playtime. I'm Robert. This is Kyra over here, the unruly one right here. Kyra, the unruly
He got a
one.
bad voice and still want to talk.
That's
the whole
right.
time.
I'm going to talk the whole doggone time until we get it together. Okay? That's Kyra, the unruly one. And we are evenly yoked together. Evenly yoked television. How you guys doing out there? Today, we wanted to talk about
how he was just telling me that we should watch our words, right? And he want to call me unruly.
Yeah,
I'm not unruly.
I was watching my words. You are being unruly,
not
girl. You won't
unruly.
even let us get to the show. We got to get to the show.
Go.
Okay, this is Evenly Yoked TV. Today we want to talk about three things.
Oh, that voice.
Three things.
Got something to tell you to stop talking.
1, 2, 3 things that can eventually have you, in a failed relationship if these things are your main focus, right? And my wife got this topic from a brother named I think his name is Stefan Labossiere, or his YouTube channel is Stefan Speaks.
Mm-hmm.
So she got that from him, and
Stefan Speaks.
say, hey, this would be an interesting topic for a married couple to cover. So that's what we're gonna do. Go ahead and give that a read, woman.
Give it a read.
And give that a read.
My voice is hurting, but not as bad as yours.
Mm-hmm.
If you make sex, money, and popularity the biggest factors in a relationship, then don't be surprised when your relationships continue to fail.
Okay,
Mr. Stefan Speaks.
Yeah, that's from Stefan Speaks. So don't be surprised if your relationships continue to fail. Hold on, what was that? Read that one. Read the last part one more time.
Which one? About how the last part of, then don't be surprised when your relationships continue to fail.
Okay, so if you worried
first
about
part,
if
yeah.
you worried about sex, and if you out there being a harlot, if you out
I don't think that'll mean that.
if you out there being a harlot,
Sex, money,
then your relationship might
and
fail.
popularity.
If you out there worried about money too much, you too greedy to pour into your woman or your man, then your relationship is gonna fail. And if you worried about popularity, if you worried too much about whether or not people like you, if you worried about too much about whether or not your mama and daddy, if they approve of how your husband run the show,
I totally got something totally different.
you got something different out of it. Well, let me get my part. Let me get off my part right quick. I'm just doing this right quick, and then we'll get into the more serious conversation. Right? Your mama and daddy don't like how he run the show. Well, I would say if that were really the case, then you should probably pay attention to that. But you're gonna need a little bit of discernment when you're married, and you should have married somebody to begin with that your parents approved of to begin with. Most of the time, because some of us have some ridiculous parents, and that's not our case, our situation.
Yeah, we are really
so we
blessed.
don't want to put that out there in case anybody decide they want to watch our video.
All right, we love our.
We're not talking about our family,
in-laws.
but some people are crazy, and they just wind up being your parent. So
I know that's right.
but overall, your parents should want what's best for you. So if
Right.
and I was going off on a little bit of a tangent right there when it comes to talking about the popularity of people, and you doing things to be liked, just to be liked. But as far as these things are concerned, woman, what are your thoughts on it? How did you take this post when you heard it?
I think he was talking about like in the confines of the marriage.
Mm-hmm.
If you and your marriage are making it only about, hey, sex in your marriage, which we know is very, very important. You gotta, you have to have that to have, or if it's only about, how much he can make or how much she's gonna bring to the table with money, dollar signs, or if it's about, you know, hey, we just want to be real cute. We want to be real popular to everybody looking at us. But then we're going home and it's not.
That's kind of a good point, because now that you say that, as far as like what you look like to other women and stuff like that, you know, there's a whole, what appears to be a whole culture around people that, you know, get married for the ceremonies and stuff like that, or get married just to have the title of wife and don't even know what it's about. Right. Or just, you know, I think that's actually a very good point. And you know, a lot of times we'll get married for whatever status it may bring you in your, you know, I was able to get a man or whatever.
Right, just to say I did it.
And you ain't ready. You got you a man, but you about to tear him apart because you ain't ready.
Right,
you ain't right.
You know, just like so what
You're doing it for the wrong reason.
What I always grew up on, and what I try to remember when it comes to being a parent, is that my mom always told us, hey, parenting, being a mother, is not for the faint of heart. Being married
definitely
is not. Marriage is for warriors, basically.
There you go. Gotta be. I agree with that.
Marriage is for warriors, and that's why a lot of times nowadays.
I don't think I got no bomb. I gotta drop a bomb on you or something. Hold on.
You dropped a bomb on me.
Listen,
baby. Nah, but
I don't got no bomb sound effect today.
No bombs.
But Jesus Christ, God, you are dropping.
But no, just seriously.
You are dropping some gems right there.
But seriously though, because
you're dropping some gems.
We want to. When I was thinking about the popularity thing too, it's like, take a look at what is going on in culture now with these married people that are considered popular, but are now divorcing.
Yeah, it's a lot of them.
You know.
Did they do it for the status,
for
the fame?
Did they do it for the, you know?
Or the attention?
Or the money, the sex, you know. Yeah. And so it's not just for popularity. You know, and so that's what I took from it, like he said. And he said, so don't be surprised why your marriage keeps failing.
Or relationships
or relationships.
Well, most of the time, if you ask if those things are forefront on your mind, you're not gonna ever make it to no marriage.
Right, you're not gonna even make it there anyway. Yeah. You know, so yeah, that's what I sort of took from.
That's good. You know, I think that was actually a very good post that he had.
It was a very good post. Yeah.
A good post where for people to reflect on as far as their relationships are concerned, and not even just relationships. You know, a lot of times I think people have life twisted up. What is really important to you in this life? If you're putting these three things above, you know, your purpose as a human being, your purpose as a person, let alone a mother or a father, let alone a mother or a father or a wife or a husband. If you put the sex, money, or popularity, those particular things in front of any of that, you're bound to fail in this life. Not just relationships. Right. Now you could have all the sex in the world, but you know, it's something to be said about getting out there and just accepting any old thing for your body. Yeah. You know, you can't accept any old thing. And as far as the money is concerned, not all money is good money. You know, we've heard that colloquialism a million times over, I'm sure.
But it's true. If you have to give up certain things for the money, or if you have to lose your peace, if you have to, and that's the thing too. Right. A lot of people not. I mean, and I don't know. I think we're trying to get better at it, especially with mental health and things like that. But everything's not worth your sanity, your peace, and you know, it's not. And those things aren't popular.
Right.
They're trying to become popular.
Right. You can't be no people pleaser out here, y'all. You can't be a people pleaser when it comes to your relationship. I mean, you could be you can be a spouse pleaser. There's nothing wrong with being a spouse pleaser. Right. I think that's good. You know, my thing, you know, I've always get over the
happy wife,
people always get on me because I don't like the saying happy wife, happy life.
Nobody get on you no more.
People do be getting on me. They be like, oh my God, here he come again with all this crap.
No, what is it? Say what it is.
But for me, you know, as far as being a spouse pleaser, you know, happy spouse, happy house. And, you know, if that man is miserable or if that woman is miserable, then it sounds like either way you're gonna be miserable, right? And so, you know, you gotta put that spouse first. You can't be worried about other people. as far as, I guess that goes back to the popularity. You can't be worried about what other people are concerned with as far as what it takes to please your woman or man, in my opinion.
Right, and now thinking about it, like when we were, I think Cam, he had DeVal and them asking them who was the culture's millennial marriages, right? And one couple that DeVal said, and he had to think about it, he said they were older, was Denzel Washington and his wife. And it made me think.
Jackson.
Yeah, Samuel Jackson. His wife made me think about it. That
his wife is a writer.
Yeah, but how often, when do we really even know or learn that they were married to who they were married to? It wasn't something they pushed.
They've been married for a long time.
But nowadays, in media and everything, Tamara and him and all these everybody's pushing who they're with, and it's just on display.
I don't even think they really do,
but it's on display so much. You get what I'm saying?
It is, but like with those two,
but back then it wasn't on display because it was real. I didn't have to put it out on display.
I disagree. I think it's where your attention was at. If your attention was in those magazines that you walk by when you get in your groceries and stuff like that, you don't know who people was married to. And it's the same thing.
I'm gonna try to see if I can find some magazines with them.
No, that was before. This is today. Today, if you scrolling on your timeline, you're gonna see who people married to. It ain't like they really just trying to push it like that. But if you're active on like a social media platform, you're likely to see who that person like and who they spend their time with every day.
Why?
Because we post pictures of the people
because we gotta post everything, right? With. But this is my thing too. A lot of times we do more posting than we do actually working.
Okay.
Like actually trying to make it real.
Right, that's that popularity part of it again. We just want to do things for the warm fuzzies. Honestly, the majority of, well, I want to say the majority, well, probably about a good 40 to 50% somewhere in there of marriage is hard work. You have to work until the soil to reap a harvest on it. And that's pretty much how it goes. But most people just see, that's a pretty white dress. I got to get like that. I got to get one of those white dresses up there. And then, a lot of guys,
that party was good.
A lot of guys is like, oh, Lord, that wagon back there, I'm about to be all up on that for life. I'm going to be dragging from the back of the so I'm going to be dragging from the back end of that wagon there, boy.
But yeah, it's all about the party, which is not a bad thing. Like, you should have a lavish wedding if you want to have a lavish wedding, but you just want to make sure you're gonna do lavish work too.
It's gonna take hard work, and I think that's what the crux of this really is. If you want a relationship, if you one of them people that talk about relationship goals, you need to understand that relationship goals come with work. If you want to work, if not, then you might just have to be one of those people that's like a serial monogamous or something like that, who get in relationship after relationship, and just wondering why don't none of them work.
And so, what would you say? So, he's saying the 3 things that you shouldn't put on there or you will fail. What's one thing that you would say should be at the top so you can succeed?
I think that it doesn't really, I don't think it's really no list. I think that it's really only one thing, and that's communication. Because at the beginning,
that's always been our big one.
At the beginning of your relationship and all throughout your relationship is all how you feel about it. If you're happy, if you're sad, if you're ready to get a divorce, if you're ready to get married, whatever, it's all going to hinge on how well you communicate with one another. Yeah. All of it. Your sex life is going to depend on how you can communicate. Yeah, all of it. Every bit of it. How you raise your kids, how you save your money, all of it. You got to be able to talk that, and you got to be able to communicate it back and forth. Yeah. What do you think? Do you think so too? Or
well, communication has always been our big thing, and then I don't know.
So you don't think there's nothing else to add to a list? You want to add
there
something?
There are other things, but I don't know.
I think that's the only thing.
I would say communication and I say respect. Mm-hmm. You gotta respect one another.
Respect's good. That's good.
I think that's really, for me, it's respect, care, those kind of things. Yeah.
I can see that. Is that it? You got anything else you want for this one?
Nope. I think it was a good post.
Yeah, I think that was a good post.
We might start.
Thank you for that,
talking
Mr.
more about his because he just posted something else. So we'll.
Thank you for that, Mr. Labossiere.
Yeah.
We would like for you guys. This has been Evenly Yoked. We would like for you guys to comment, like, subscribe.
So you can be notified.
Oh yeah, we hit the notification bell.
Get notified.
So you guys can be notified, and so that you guys can be a part of our community. We'd love to have you here. I think that's it, you guys. We're Evenly Yoked.
Deuces. Bye, y'all.